Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal. As long as you are on SIM, we're not responsible for your trade. We have right now, now it's 10 o'clock, we have a medium-sized news. We're waiting on it to see how the market react, and then we will start analyzing the market. So please stand by. The news just came out, and let's see how the market is going to react. Thank you. The news just came out, and we are waiting a little bit so we can start auto trading. Today, the YM is doing extremely well. And as we do every day, we already got this 1,000, and what we do, we try to get, here's the trades. So what we are going to do, we're going to reload and then try to get 1,000 between 10 and 11, and now it is a start on 000, and this one here is a reversal trades based on the fibs, and we are building a new auto trade, so has not been released yet, and we are trying. This is a new one for conservative traders. We are You don't need to put stop loss, trailing stop is automatic. The auto trade calculate on that trade here. What is this one? ES 5 minutes. I don't have it right now, but I will. We are testing different how we're gonna release it to the traders, and there are two versions. One is very aggressive. We haven't decided yet which one, or we're gonna do both, release both of them, but we are doing this for amateur traders that they do not optimize, they don't do anything. So this one here, it is in a way, Jesus, how the Nasdaq moving. It is amazing. And the ES already finished. Okay, the ES is already 1,100, so we reload it and we let it take a trade again. So this is the conservative. Let's take this one away. This is the conservative, and if you want it to be aggressive, you can use 4 range, and then you can make it aggressive, or if you want to, you can make it, this is the aggressive. It's the same auto trade, straight out of the box, no optimization, no filter, no trailing stop, no stop loss. It just activates itself. This depends on the bar's movement, and this is the aggressive. It's up to the trader. This is the second trade, the third trade, and this is the conservative, which you can do both if you want to. You know, I just started the computer, so it will be more trades coming in, but this is what it does is trying to find a gap and then take the trade. You don't have to deal with the stop loss, trailing stop, optimization. You don't need to deal with it, and it does by itself. The ES is taking a trade, short reversal, and yesterday was a lot of fun trading. The market was crazy yesterday, as we said. So this is what we are trying. It's not ready yet to be released, but hopefully we can release it as soon as we can. And what it is, 5 to 1,500, but it's not working yet. I did not activate the 500, 1,000. We are testing it as is right now, but this is a snapshot of it, and you can see how it's not taking the trades. It's just trying to find a gap before he can get in to a trade. So so this is what we are testing at the moment. maybe within a week or so we will be releasing it. And okay, look at this. You know, it's take a snap. You know, it is the opposite of the M strategy is taking a snap on that, and it is based on one contract. And then if the market didn't go to your direction, then the auto trade immediately reverse. And that's what we are trying to do. We're trying to reverse the market. If the market did not goes to your direction, then it close open position immediately and goes to the direction of the market. Now, if you are using the 5 minutes, it's not going to be a lot of trades. But when it is much more efficient in the 5 minutes, that like on that trade, it was $400 or $500, and maybe you get a couple of trades a day or 3 trades a day on the 5 minutes. It's more relaxing atmosphere, or if you need action, then the 4 or 5 range or ticks, that will be an option. But the 5 minutes is more stable, and as you see, the 4 range is taking a lot of trades, and the 5 range, the 5 minutes is not taking that much trade. So this is also, this is our third option we are testing at this moment. This one immediately reverse. Once the market closed trade, it reverse immediately. So this is the test we are doing at this moment, and we have not released it yet, but we will release it as soon as possible. So we are testing it to see, and I don't like a replay. The replay, there is not enough beef in there to do real test. So what we do, we are doing it with a live data to. I'm not a fan of backtesting optimization, because we all know when you optimize backtesting, it's not as accurate as when you are testing it on a real data. So what we are trying to do, we're trying to see which direction we want it to go, and that takes time to find out. So this is a 3 option here. That's how we are testing the new Autotrade, to see which one is going to be the perfect, and either we are going to make it, it's going to take a reverse immediately, or it's going to exit and then recalculate. So we have not made a decision yet, or maybe we will leave this option to the traders. I don't know yet, but as you see, it is very aggressive and immediately reversing, and this is the way we are testing. When it is aggressive, because I had to restart NinjaTrader, when it is aggressive, before I restarted NinjaTrader, this one made 3,600 immediately, but we cannot judge it from the first day, and we are going to monitor the trades, and we are going to see which direction, and it is based on one contract. You can use mini, or you can use a real Nasdaq. So this is another one. It's the same auto trade we are testing, and it is on 2 minutes, no stop loss, no trailing stop. The auto trade determine when to exit out of a trade, and it is so. Now we are going through the minor adjustments, and we are testing it to see which direction we want to choose. So we have so many options right now, and we are trying to, if you notice the 5 minutes, it is for a trader, it really depends on the trader. This one here, it is like you turn it on and you leave it the 5 minutes, and if you don't want that much action, and then if you want more action, then you can start going 4 or 5 range and get the action with it. So this is the Nasdaq, and it's building very well the 2 minutes, and then this one here, the 5 minutes, as I said, it's not gonna take a trade every single movement. So this is a total different approach to the market. And this one, and actually I tested them yesterday, they did very well. Today we readjusted a few points on them, and but we did, and they did very well, even in a, it was a lot of volatilities. Yesterday I didn't even put up a video because the Nasdaq yesterday, the auto trade, there were 66,000, 44,000, and I couldn't just put this on the net yesterday, because I mean the numbers was very unrealistic. Yesterday 66,000, 44,000 on the Nasdaq yesterday on the auto trades, and it was like unrealistic numbers, but it did make those numbers yesterday, and so we're gonna keep monitoring this. So we're still under the test. I did not activate the daily target yet. We have a new signal on the YM buy. We have a new signal on the YM buy, and we will monitor those trades, and we'll see which direction we're gonna choose for this new auto trade we are releasing. So what we are doing, it is really, really good. What we are trying to do, we want it to be not dependent on the trader anymore. I give up. So I give up on the traders, honestly, especially amateur trading. So we are trying to take over from the trader and trying to do. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm not going to be rushed to releasing it, but those auto trades, they are going to be not dependent on the trader anymore. I give up. You know, when somebody don't want to learn, he don't want to learn, and we trying. It is a big challenge. We're trying to make the guy doesn't want to learn. He is more challenging than the market itself, because this guy is going to hit his head through the wall, and he's not responding. So we're trying very hard to um, find a solution for that trader absolutely doesn't want to respond to the market, and so it's gonna take a little time with that. Okay, we are 700. Okay, we're taking a long on the ES. So enough of this. Let's analyze the market. See what happened in the market. Let's see. You have a re-entry long on 52.80 on the ES, 52.80 re-entry. The buyers over the sellers, the market all in a full throttle. So on the pullback, now it is getting stuck between those double resistance. So if you wanted to keep going long, this is your entry, 52.81 right now. 52.81, and this is really good. On the Nasdaq, look, it's between those two yellow lines. Okay, it's between those two yellow lines. If the Nasdaq wants to go up with that, it's not going to be over 18,420 at this moment. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna go ahead and reload the ES one more time. It's gonna take long. On the pullback here, it's gonna take long. The pullback re-entry on the Nasdaq is 18,278. On the ES, the re-entry taken long, isn't it? Yes, it's taken a long. The re-entry on the ES is 52.85. So holy moly. Jesus. Okay, already 587. It's really okay. We're coming to the re-entry. Here's your re-entry on the ES. We're not your financial advisor. You do whatever you want. We're not your financial advisor. This is your re-entry on the ES, and this is your re-entry 18,281 on the Nasdaq, and this is your re-entry 52.84. Those are re-entry. Long, of course. Here it is. The Nasdaq, look at this. It was your re-entry. You see that? Okay, then if the ES, let's look at the ES, those are the re-entry points, and the Autotrade did very well right on it. But let's see if it's gonna hold. You can see both of market holding on those numbers, you see? Perfect call, perfect call. Nice. Oh, no, the Autotrade taking short, he shouldn't. He should not take, okay, small trade is okay. 737, we're going to the, this is the re-entry and this is the re-entry. And let's see if this is going to hold. If the bar close below those numbers, that means the trend, long trend is over. Even the new Autotrade took that trade and reverse. Look, he took that trade and now took a long trade and then reverse in the market. This is not good. He should not take short. He should not take short on this one here. Anyway, the ES took a perfect trade again, and we call those trades for you long, and here it is one more time. Okay, we are 762, 762. This Autotrade shouldn't take that short trade, and he did. Okay, we lost one. Wow, there is a news came out. Here it is. We are 737. The ES swing trade in 6,000 already. Wow. The Nasdaq was eating banana. We are, despite those two winning trades, we are down 125. We are down 125. It is really struggling on the Nasdaq today. The ES is doing much better today. There is no more long trades. We broke that line, and there is no more long trades. Be careful. $775. You can see the number from the left corner. Keep going. Here it is, story of my life. 975, and we need 25. I have seen the 25 get us in trouble, and we only need $25 to hit the 1,000. I don't know, maybe this is the third round, the fourth round, I don't know, but I don't like, but no, we're done. We are done. We made this 1,000. Okay. 1,212. 1,212. Okay, I don't know how many rounds we did, but we're gonna go for one more round. The Nasdaq not doing well today. The Nasdaq not doing well. The market recovered, but there is no trend. Look, forget auto trades at this moment. There is no trend. The buyers are equal to the sellers on the Nasdaq, and the market analyzer from 1 to 30 minutes, we have two red dots indicating the long trend is plus the buyers and the sellers almost equal. It's not on a full green, so there is weakness in the market, and there is really weakness. So there is no long trade and there is no short trades on the Nasdaq at this moment. The same story on the ES. The buyers are a little bit over the sellers, but we have a lot of red. So there is no long trade. And here's the story, is there is no short trade either. There is no short trade either, so you have to be careful. And it is better maybe to hold your trade at this moment. This is the new auto trade we are testing. Wow. You can see how closed and reversed the market immediately. You see? So this is where we are studying how we are going to approach that area here. So perfect. And then you can see it's immediately took a short trade. We're not going to add filter on this one here. We're still working on it. We're not adding filter, but we can find some exit strategy on it in case if it goes against you. Okay, this one here is about to close. It did close. He had a really lousy trade in here. And the Nasdaq is going all the way up to 8,900 and then losing them all. The Nasdaq is really struggling today it's a really struggling Nasdaq today. And now let's see. There is no trend in the market anymore. So if you are auto trading, you gotta be careful. There is no more trend in the market. Yeah, but hopefully we can find a solution, Vito. Um, the Nasdaq has been really struggling all day long today. So you see, it's taking a long and it's not trending, and it's taking a short, it's not trending. So this is really a puzzle with the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is flat. Also, the ES is a flat in a way. So you can see how many trades: one winning trade, two winning trade, three, four, five, six winning trades. But the market is flat. We're not getting anywhere. The market not trending. We need the market to trend, and it's not trending. The market is practically flat now. The ES made like around 4 times hit the target today, but it seems like right now it starts struggling with the market. This is it. The market is really struggling market now. There's not much we can do. This is a really, you can see how the Nasdaq staying on those numbers, open and closing position constantly, and none of them is trending. The ES took a beat on that round. We made 4 rounds nice, but now the Nasdaq, the ES is really taking a beat. Stopping it is the best. Okay, the ES is finished. It's going to finish. It's going to finish the ES. The Nasdaq is a struggling market. This is it for the ES. It's gonna nail it. This is it. I knew it. I can see it's coming to the support area, 52.60. Okay. The ES survived it, but I'm not gonna go ahead and reactivate it anymore. It's finished for today. No more activation. And the Nasdaq is a struggling market. Close position. The Nasdaq broke the double support area, is about to break the double support area, and the market is turning around. Once we break the support area, there is short, there is no more long on the Nasdaq. Once we break this double support area is finished, and we're about to break it. Also then the ES is about to break the 52.60, so there is no more pullback, re-entry is only short. So keep your eye on the support, and the Nasdaq is going to break that double support. And once the Nasdaq break the double support, this market is gonna drop very fast. So, and you can see how struggling on the last life in it to go long. It's gonna go short. Here it is. It's short, there is no more long. Short. The Nasdaq is really struggling market today. The Nasdaq is really struggling. We lost on this round with the Nasdaq. Yes, welcome to trading. The ES did much better than the Nasdaq today. It did 4 rounds where the Nasdaq was struggling even to finish one time. So we still have a few more minutes. We'll see what happens. Thank you. new sell signal on the ES. You know, we have a new sell signal on the ES, and here it is. Because of the crisis, let's look at the ES on a daily chart. We can see how the market now, everybody has digested the news. If you remember, on Friday, I put the daily chart and I told you this is the end, it's right there on a Friday. If you go back to Friday video, I told you this is the end for it, and here it is. This is the end for it. We told you on Friday this is the end of the crash. If you go back to the video, and this is applied also for your crypto, if you wanted to buy something. And let me see if I can connect. It's not gonna do very good, but let's see if we can connect to. I know it's gonna make a problem for me, but also on the crypto, it was the same story. And also there is a buy signal. So on a daily chart, you can see where the market crashed. And on Friday, we said this is the end of it, and here it is. And look at this, is between the two yellow line. Between the two yellow line. And this is the target 1 and 2 and 3. Those are new targets. But here it is. So this is really, let me see if I can connect the crypto. I know it's gonna get me in trouble. I notice when you try to connect with the crypto as well, sometimes you get in trouble with NinjaTrader. On Ninja, right now we only have Coinbase. It's not the best with NinjaTrader. But let's try the crypto, and we take the BTC USD. It's gonna take time, and here it is on your crypto, on your BTC. When you use a daily chart, look where is between the two yellow line. It is between the two yellow line. And if we look and study what the chart, well, it's still populating. Look where it gives you the signals. Still pop. Okay, here it is. Now start popping out the and let me make it bigger. And let's look how where it was jammed a long time ago before Trump became a president. And this is a daily chart, and we had the sell signal at 107.825. We had a sell signal. Then we have another signal with the symmetry. It was 109. This is your symmetry signal, and this is your another signal. So you don't need to go to on a YouTube or on any other guy trying to predict for you the Bitcoin, because is already predicting everything on the chart. So if we calculate what's going on right now, and this is the before the bad news, you know, 109, it was the high number on the symmetry. And if we want to look at the signal on the symmetry, it was when it was, because this is the daily chart, it was on the 49, from 49 to 109. And then we had a sell signal. And let me explain to you a little bit about the BTC. It came between, on Friday, this is the lowest point, it came between those two lines as what we use on the future. The problem here, on the pullback, you have a resistance at 79,980. If you notice, there is a resistance, and we can see the tail. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube, but there is a wick touch the 79,941 and is dropping again. So to our traders, if you are investing on a long term with the Bitcoin, the sellers are way over the buyers, and the market analyzer is mixed, is indicating this market is going back to at least 75,162. Now for day trading, but this is a long-term investment, which if you wanted to trade the Bitcoin, like on a weekly basis, on a couple of 3 weeks basis, it is, you use the daily chart and you can see where is the resistance and where are the top yellow line indicating that this is the limitation and this is the limitation right there. Now, if you wanted to be on a daily trade, which I will not advise anyone to go on a Bitcoin on a daily, the first things you need to do, go on a 60 minutes to get a little general idea what's going on. And then what you do, you go, we need to extend more time on it. We need at least 30 days. And then if we look at the 60 minutes, this bar is still in yellow, and it is, you have a pullback support from this area, but I will rely on a daily chart. I will not rely on 60 minutes to trade the Bitcoin. But on a daily basis, you can look where things are going on the 60 minutes. And then if you want to, you can turn it back to the 15 minutes. And then you can, even the 15 minutes is not encouraging you to take any trades at this moment. So it's going down to heavy support. This is on a daily basis. But if what I use a daily chart. I always make decision on the Ethereum, on the Bitcoin. I have many junk crypto, they're all losing money. 95% they lost their value. I just have them, you know, a little bit here and there. But the Ethereum and the Bitcoin is always, if you look at the daily chart, you have very good picture where are you or where is your investment. Even if you're not a day trader, you can see very clear picture. That will save you a lot of times to be chasing someone on any platform to give you indication, because 95% when they say it's crashing, it goes up, and when it goes up, it crash. So when it was on 108, everybody was saying it's going to 150, it crashed. And now everybody is saying it's going to 60, and it's not going to 60. So at this moment, the 60, we have a 67. So everyone is saying it's going to the 60 is wrong. In case if the market fell, because now the market, the news is by the minute. With our president, he's making everyone nervous. Every leader worldwide, they are nervous how to react. Some people think it was a smart move. Some people say it's not, doesn't matter. The two yellow lines are here. You have target 1 institutional, target 2 at 70.96.9. But the max, the Bitcoin might drop to the 6-7 thousand. This is the max, and I don't think so is able to do that at this moment. And if we go on a daily basis, we have a strong resistance on 79, not say 80. We have a very strong resistance on 80. If we cross this resistance on 80, we have the bigger problem. It is the 83,300. It is the biggest problem. To our traders, the ones have the blue chart, when you put the daily chart like this, monitor that line here, because if we cross that line, this means the Bitcoin is going long and is going to break out. So as long as we are below this line here, and if you are a long-term investor, those are the good areas to buy from. And then what we do, we can go back to the 60 minutes and we can pinpoint where we can buy. If you wanted to be on a long-term investor, this is an excellent area to buy because there is a support. And then what you do, you buy a little bit. If it go farther a little bit to this line, we can buy a little bit. So this one determines where you're going to enter the market. But if we are looking on the daily chart, we are not near the long trade yet. Technically, I would love to see it, because also I hold big size, but on a wallet, and has not been touched. I have 2 children, each one of them got one. I don't have any, my children got them. And I got, they have not been touched for over 7 years. So, and they will not be touched for another 10 years. So, and they made me promise my children before they got the wallets. And they promised me they will never sell or day trade Bitcoin. So they're doing fine, but we are not even near to go long on the Bitcoin. It's gonna continue short and it probably is gonna go back to the 74,000. That's what it says, the chart here. So, and if you wanted to buy, you can buy in this area. 74 is a perfect number. It's a perfect number. 75,000. It is a perfect number to buy from. Or if you wanted to trade on a shorter term, you can use the 60 minutes. It is in line with the support area. You can, let's say, if you wanted to invest $1,000, you can put 500. I'm not your financial advisor, do whatever you want, but let's say if we want to go on a 60 minutes and you want to put $500 on the line right now, it is a very good. And then if it goes drop to the second line, 76,000, then you pay another 500. Let's say if you want to invest $1,000 in the Bitcoin, then you have a very good average on the Bitcoin, because if we compare the Bitcoin to the stocks, I mean, the stocks really got hammered, you know. So this is, okay, the ES is 10,000, okay. So this is a good area if you want to invest half of the money in there. We don't want to look at the 1 minute, but if you are a really active trader and you wanted to go in and out of the market on the Bitcoin, you can use the 1 minute. The 1 minute actually, the 1 minute, you already got a signal buy, and your trend exhausting fire and reversal. So you have to be careful with that. So it's up to you, but any decision you want to make in stocks or anything or on a crypto, look at the daily chart. And I don't know if the Forex working today, but if we look at the euro dollar, of course you're not going to trade on 1 minute euro dollar, but it is so accurate on the euro. If you want to on a crypto on a Forex, the best decision to trade on 240 minutes. This is the wider range, and then you pick up your trade from 10 or 15 minutes, and you will have we need to load more days. So always when you're trying to position yourself on the crypto, Bitcoin, or you're trying to on a Forex, you look at the bigger picture and then you magnify with a smaller chart to pinpoint where is your re-entry. It is not the best. We need to load much more, but as an example, you can easily see where is the heavy support right there, and here is the heavy resistance right there. And if we look, is already fired short from that line right there, fired short, and you had a reversal, and here is our support area. So our support area, it is 1087, a heavy support area, and right now it is between the two yellow lines. So this is the end of the drop between euro and dollar. So this is then what we do. If we look at the bigger picture, or you put another chart next to your bigger chart on a Bitcoin, the daily chart, and a 60 minutes or 30 minutes. On the Forex, you put the 240 minutes in conjunction with the 15 or 30 minutes, depends if you are on a short term or on a bigger term. So if we look at the 15 minutes, we can see, look at this baby right there, 10888, right there. You see, here is the support, and it is in Europe. We have an office in Europe. In Europe, there are more Forex traders than USA. When you are looking at the Bitcoin and looking at the Forex, don't ever look at indicator. Don't. Any indicator. And there are tons of indicators on MT4, MT5. Those are not platforms, by the way. Those are not platforms. What you can do with NinjaTrader, you never can do with MT4 and MT5 with coding. The NinjaTrader coding is much more open than MT4 and MT5. So don't look at indicators when you are trading Bitcoin, and don't listen to anyone. Stay on your technical chart, take your time, look at it, and make a decision. Look at the level. Where are the levels? Where are your fibs? And then make decision. And then something like this, reversal, we consider. When we see reversal, we consider. When we see the symmetry, here it is right there. The next one was right here, 109. And then the third one is right here. We have not got one yet in here. So if you notice, if you look at the symmetry, it is very eye-opener to you with the symmetry. So if I don't like to draw on a chart, but let's say if we look at that numbers here on the 15 minutes, it tells you where your entry point, this is long, this is long, this is short, it says in there short. So if we go back to the 240 points, to the 240 minutes, you know, many of those guys, they sit down and gaps all day long, and then but then when you listen to their video for 1 hour and you say when you listen to when you listen to their gaps, and then what you come out of it after 1 hour, nothing. So you always try make your own decision on your own chart and look at level. Don't look at indicator and don't listen to anyone. especially the crypto people, they always miss. They always miss. If you go back to every video out there on the crypto, for every person predicting the crypto, you can see 9 out of 10 they predicted wrong. 9 out of 10. So they're not smarter than you. They are more slick than you, but they are not smarter than you. So if we look at the crypto on 240 minutes, you can see immediately it's coming to target 1 and target 2 and target 1 and 2. The target 1 and 2, and this one here is between the two yellow lines, and right there is the reversal. If we look at the 240 minutes, right there is the reversal on the Bitcoin, where maybe people are taking short. Depends how long you're going to hold your Bitcoin. You can use the time frame. But if you want to day trade, I would not recommend you to day trade Bitcoin or Forex, because they are not built for that. Even future, skip it. But if you are trying to hold Bitcoin for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, get an average price, buy a little bit every day, this is an excellent chart to understand what's going on in the market. For me, I only make decision on a daily chart. When I sold all my Ethereum, I sold it at 401, at 4,000, 4001, 4002, 4003, somewhere around there, a little bit few cents above the 4,000, but I cashed in all my Ethereums on 4,000, little over 4,000. And if we look, and I made a decision on a daily chart, and I sold them right before New Year Eve. Right before New Year Eve, I sold all the Ethereum, all of them, and it was the large ones. And I just finished with them. And if you notice, and now, yesterday, I was looking to the Ethereum, because I like to get engaged with the Ethereum again. And I actually didn't have the luxury to. Now, if we look at the Ethereum, here's your daily Ethereum. You know, I sold on 4,000, a little over 4,000, few cents more. And if we look at the Ethereum from the technical, it is perfect to fill up your wallet with Ethereum. It's perfect because we are on 1526 on the Ethereum. Easily, I can start loading at 1,500. Easily, let's say if I have $1,000, I'll put an order on 1,500, $300. I will put on 1,450 another $300, and I put on 1,400 another 300. Let's say if I have $1,000, and then you will have an average price, because if you notice on the Ethereum, it's between those two yellow lines, and then kick right back in. The re-entry to take short on the Ethereum is 1,900. You're not gonna see it, not today and not tomorrow. This is the re-entry short on the Ethereum. And the second re-entry short, I don't know if you can see the wick. Here it is, the wick. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube. Here it is. The wick is right in line with the resistance. The resistance is 1,623. So let's say if I have $1,000, I will put an order on 1,500, 1450 and 1400 or 1409. This is a perfect trade on the Ethereum, and you hold them, and then maybe after 2 months, 3 months, whatever, maybe after 2 weeks, you never know, because if there is more countries are coming to meet President Trump and they're gonna make a deal, every country is going to make a deal with the President Trump, the market is gonna go higher. And they're all coming, and they're all coming to make a deal. Now China maybe doesn't want to make a deal because they have their mentality, the culture is different. They have an honor, you know. They don't, even if they're gonna lose, their honor, their culture, their personality will not allow them to run right away to President Trump. But there is some other countries, they are coming to meet with the President Trump. And every country is gonna sign with the President Trump. And President Trump is gonna agree. He's a very clever man. We like him, we don't like him, this is personal. But we're talking about market. Every country is gonna sign up with the President Trump, the market is going to jump. And there are many countries. So, this is a perfect, if you have $1,000 to put, I'm not your financial advisor, but I tell you what I'm going to do, okay? I'm gonna go heavily between 1,400 and 1,500. I'm gonna go heavy and put it to sleep. I already cashed in over 4,000. I can double up, no problem. And when I bought on those levels. So you can see how long I've been holding the Ethereum. I bought at this level and I sold at 4,000, little over 4,000. And all the double up you made, and now you're gonna put all of it in and then wait on it. So what I'm doing, I'm waiting, and I'm gonna start putting orders between 1,400 and 1,500. I'm gonna start putting orders, and I don't put orders at one broker. I put orders on two, three different brokers as well. I don't rely on one broker. So I put a little here, a little there, close here, open here, and then pull them all out in the same day when we purchase. So this is my plan on the Ethereum. And then I'll put it to sleep, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe 1 year, I don't care. But I don't over-immersion myself with any of the crypto. So this is for the Ethereum. I'm gonna go full throttle on it. For the Bitcoin, I always thought it was a very high price to re-engage in the Bitcoin, because my price is way far from when I bought them 7 years ago. It was a way far. I don't want to talk about numbers, but I'm reconsidering to get more Bitcoins at those level here. When the market enter between those two yellow lines, I'm gonna start filling up with Bitcoin again. So I'm looking for 74, 73, the first shot. And then I will put the second order on the target one, 72,000. I will put more. And the last, I will put as much as I can on the 70,000. So those are my numbers I'm looking for to re-engage in the crypto. And when I do this, I'm not intended to buy today and sell tomorrow. Once those crises are over, we have seen it in the market. We have seen sometimes we end up holding stocks for 2 years, 3 years. We couldn't get out of those stocks. And this is another story how to trade stocks. Because if you have $100,000, it does not mean you go and buy stocks with 100,000. What you do, you buy with 25,000, and then you add another 25,000, and you leave 50,000 if you have 100,000 for a backup. So you don't go with 100,000 and do shopping and buy every single stock. No. You use 25, then you use another 25, and there's tricks how to measure the prices. It's not like the future. There is a tricks. I'm not going to share it here in the public, but there is tricks how to make money in the stocks. Now I don't trade stocks anymore. And then you leave the 50. As an example, when we used to buy Intel, we went short on the AMD. As you see what happened to the AMD stocks, when the market crashed, AMD crashed. Intel hold it all the time. So when you buy stock, instead of putting a stop loss, you back up yourself with a different kind of stocks. Some other competitors. It's a long story. It is a lot of work. I don't want to get into it. But when you buy here, you're not day trading. What you are doing, you're holding it. Could be 6 months. Could be 3 weeks. Could be 1 year. But when you buy it, you forget it. You put them in your cold wallet and you throw it. You hide it. When you're ready to sell, you start selling. And the same way when you buy, you sell. You don't sell all of it. You sell on the levels. And I don't want to hear any guy on the media confuse me. To 32 years trading. And yesterday when I was watching the news on every channel in USA about the market, and I was laughing because what they do, they really make you panic. Why they are making you panic? They are buying. And when you are making a profit and enjoying yourself, and you thought you made it and you made a profit on a Bitcoin or on the stocks, they are selling secretly. So, and yesterday it was like an old song I heard, and I was laughing because we used to panic 30 years ago when we hear the news. And now I start laughing because when they make you panic, now I'm more mature after 32 years, I buy. And when they are, one time I was working, somehow I was listening by accident on the news. It was one stock, BA. They were really talking about it, how good it is and how much higher went and all this, and brazen the stock. The minute they were brazen, I took all my stocks and put them in a market order. I stopped what I'm doing and I immediately put a sell order, market order, not even a limited order, and got rid of every single stock. 30 days later, the stock crashed. So when you hear the news, or when you hear some guy, you think he's predicting, he has an interest in there. The guy is trying to go short, want you to panic, and the guy want to buy, he encourages you to buy. The biggest one it is your eyes, what is telling you, and what your chart is telling you. Those guys are not smarter than you are. They were born yesterday. Most of those guys on the crypto, they popped out 3-4 years ago. You don't know where they've been. Maybe they were selling bananas before they came into the crypto industry. Or maybe they bought a few crypto and now they become a millionaire and now they think they have the right to say anything. No. Look at your chart and make a decision. Put those guys, media, on the side. In 2023, my brother went behind my back because there were every single guy on a YouTube or on any other channel. In 2023, they were saying the Bitcoin was going to 100,000. And my brother, he went behind my back because he knows I will not allow him. He took a second mortgage on his home. And he put every single cash money he has around the Christmas on the Bitcoin. In 24, the beginning of 24, the Bitcoin crashed. Every single person was wrong. And I jumped, and I jumped. I said, why didn't you come and talk to me about it? So those guys, there are many people lost their livelihood and their pension over their advice. You should not listen, or some guy put in a stupid indicator or stupid line on a chart and telling you, you know, head and shoulders and all this nonsense and double top, double bottom and all the, there is nothing here. Stay on your level. When you're taking a higher time frame, stay on your level. There is no indicator that's going to save you. No indicator. What we see here on the Bitcoin, this is the resistance and it's coming directly to the technical area. This is it. There's nothing to talk about, and you don't need another guy fuzzle with your head or play with your head. This is our wife or girlfriend's job to fuzzle with our head. But this is not somebody on any channels, including me. Don't listen to anyone. Do what your guts tells you and what your chart. If you have a better chart than this one, I'm happy for you. Make a decision on your own and don't confuse your head. Yesterday, what I have seen on the news, people are panicking and selling. Panicking and selling. We've been there 30 years ago. We've been there. And it is the opposite. When there is a crisis, it's a shopping day. It's not a selling day. It's a shopping day. When everybody is happy, it's a selling day. Remember that. It's the opposite. So those guys yesterday, they make you panic. And probably you slept nervous. Actually, I was very happy because the more they were making people panic, the better price I'm getting. It's the opposite. When some people have a problem, it is some other people haven't. So do not get confused with anyone on the net because he have a couple of stupid lines on the chart or because some other guy talking to another guy and you think he knows better than you are. They don't know anything. Believe me, they don't know anything. They're just trying to be famous and get numbers on a channel so they can earn a few dollars here and there. Don't get confused. Do not panic. Remember one thing, I can give you an advice. Whether you are using this chart or anybody else's chart, when everybody panic, this is your holiday. Buy. When everybody having a good time with their profit, sell. When everybody happy, sell. When everybody panic, buy. This is the best advice I can give you after 32 years trading. And do not overmerge yourself. You have 10,000, trade with 10,000 on the Bitcoin, Forex, whatever you want. You have 5,000, trade 5,000, but do not overmerge yourself with anything. Buy and put them to sleep. Buy, put them to sleep. The only thing, the only instrument you can day trade is the future trading. We dealt with stocks before, stocks option. We dealt with everything before. And I found the hard way, because in the stock there is those gangsters between you and the company and the market. Those that can manipulate the prices. The only thing you can day trade is the future by using 1 minute. No rank bar, including my rank bar. No rank bar. For auto trading, you can use range, tick chart, rank bar, whatever you want. In the future trading, your best friend is your 1 minute and your ES. It is the flashlight, the oxygen for the market. Take my advice after 32 years, believe me. Your ES, 1 minute, no kinky bar, no rank bar, no range, no tick chart. For auto trading, use anything you want for auto trading. Use Renko, banana bar, whatever you want, do it. But your decision in the future trading is coming out of 1 minute, because you are a day trader. You're not an institutional. You don't have enough money to move the market. You have no inventory. Your 1 ES or 10 ES is not going to have impact on the market. Your 1 minute tell you the true story in the future trading. You can auto trade 1 minute, 2 minute, rank bar, range, but your eye is not on your P&L. Your eye is on the 1 minute, telling you this true story, what's going on in the market. Here it is. The bars are away from this line, strong trend, and here they went sideways, and now we cross this line, and the market is trying to climb. The buyers over the sellers, there is no strong long. There is a lot of weakness. There is a good potential for this market to collapse below that line again. Simple, it's done. The auto trade can auto trade in between, whether you are using MACD, ATR, all those junks from the 70s. You can do it, and the auto trade can trade in between. But you are the manager on your platform. You are the manager on your account, and you know what's going on in the market. And when you are allowing the auto trade to take a trade, you know, as you see today, when the auto trade took short, I knew he's not gonna make it. When the auto trade took long, I knew he's not gonna make it. So Once you understand the concept on the 1 minute chart, doesn't matter what kind of voodoo indicator you think you got, that's fine with me. Try to occupy your eyes on the 1 minute chart in conjunction with the Nasdaq. Those are your best tools to make you success in the future trading. Not stupid template, not some kind of weird bars hiding all the movement in the market. The 1 minute Nasdaq and ES can give you very good prediction where this market going. With the good levels, monitoring the pressure in the market, the momentum in the market, and then you have a powerful instruments. It's like you're landing an aircraft middle of a runway and there is no lights anywhere. You're relying on your instruments. So what I'm saying is, even on the Bitcoin, rely on your instruments. Don't listen to those guys, because those guys, they made a lot of people losing money, a lot of times. One time last year, I used to have a respect for one guy. I thought he was a real trader. And one time I was on his channel, I was not busy. And he was brazen about Solana. And actually Solana, it is his favorite. And he bought Solana, and then I got involved with the Solana because of him. And I don't like Solana. But I said, maybe this guy knows what he's doing. I bought Solana for 100 something, you know. And then after 2 weeks, Solana went to $34. Then all of a sudden, the same guy, he said he sold his Solana a long time ago. So he got out of it, and he got me stuck with the Solana. Anyway, the market went back last year, and I got rid of every single Solana I have, and I took it off the watch list because I never liked it. He said he bought Solana, and I put a few thousand on the Solana, and it was the worst nightmare, the worst performance ever I made, because I listened. And from $100 went to $34, $32. If I listened to my instant and I looked at my chart and I didn't listen to his crap, I would have bought Solana at 32 because I'm relying on my chart. And I would have made 30x on the Solana if I didn't listen to him. Because last year Solana went to $32, $34 dollars. And now went up to 300 and now went down to 100. I took the whole thing off. Now I only watch Bitcoin and Ethereum. All the other junks, I used to have ADA, I get rid of it. I get rid of all of it. And now I only keep my eye on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And all those junks I'm not interested in. So, because I listened to him, I bought at 100. If I listened to myself, when the market crashed, I did heavy purchase when the market crashed last year. But if I didn't listen to him, I would have bought the Solana at 32, 34, 35, 38. And I probably would have cashed in around 200, 250. So it was the only time I listened to someone in the last 20 years. I swear to you, I never listened to any of those people, even on the television, when they start braving stock, and if I own it, I dump it immediately. I don't believe in any of them. In the last 20 years, I never listened to anyone about trading. And the only time I listened to, I got stuck with the Sonoma for a few months, where those money could have made much more money than getting stuck, and I will never sell with losing. So I hold them until the Solana went 32, 34, and went back to the number I bought, like somewhere around $100, and then I get rid of it as soon as I thought it was comfortable for me. I sold it with profit, but the amount of money and the amount of time I hold this money, it was losses. And that was the only time I've listened to anyone in 20 years. In 20 years. And I swore I will never do it again. So right now, I don't listen to any of them, and I never did. And look at your technical chart and make a decision. Believe me, that will be much better than those guys out there. They're not smarter than you. Folks, we added one more hour here. We say thank you very much for today, and God bless everyone. Bye.